In Kenya, garden peas are commonly consumed as mature green seed in local dishes for broths and soups, and also processing and canning, with the main producing counties being Nyandarua, Nakuru, Meru and Kiambu. However, farmers are faced by a myriad of challenges, including little or no information on climate-smart agricultural practices or where to access high-yielding varieties.
This ground variety is preferred by the farmers because it has a longer shelf life, and from farm to the market there is very little loss. What you find with most of the other common varieties like alderman is that, and the common Kikuyu variety and the Kigondoro, is when the farmer is at the farm and the trader comes in and buys about 500 kilograms. By the time the trader gets to the market the following morning, it has lost a bit of weight. It may weigh 450 or 400 kilograms, which is a loss to the trader.
When the Kikuyu variety comes to the market, Grano variety sells less because it's cheap. Most customers, however, do not know the difference. Rural customers use firewood to cook, so they do not mind the Kikuyu variety. Those in urban centers, however, are cautious and frequently want to know which is which.
According to Dr. Lusike, the training will enable farmers to make more money through value addition and minimize post-harvest losses.
When you're harvesting garden peas, do you take everything from the field? You leave some. When you go and put them to where you're sorting them, you leave others. Then they get into where they're packaged, they go. When they get to their final consumption, the consumer, a lot has been lost. You lose up to 45%. That 45% is money. Because if the 45% becomes 45 million of 100 million, that makes a big difference.
Most of us, or most of the people, take value addition as very big, as in when they hear value addition, you would first think of a processing factory or whatever. But then value addition can be as simple as, for instance, having garden pea shelled for your customers, or even the way you present your garden peas in terms of attractiveness to the customers. That is one aspect of value addition.
Beyond KSAP, what next? The issue of sustainability is very, very important. So we have identified, as of now, 30 reedy farmers. The immediate activity will be to train those reedy farmers so that they can be trainers of their groups they are going forward. The other thing, we need to go also identify groups that we can run as farmers, field and business schools. They'll be precisely be dealing with only garden peas, from production all the way to marketing.
The training on the garden pea variety, which was undertaken by Calro under the Kenya Climate Smart Agriculture Project, is hoping to have ripple benefits for over 200,000 farmers in Nyandarua County.
The so-called Minji, or Minji, that is a person. Minji is the garden pea. Sindio. So now how then with the county of Nyandarua that is in a high rainfall, having to have chosen garden pea that earns the county farmers 2.4 billion, which is less than the 3.7 billion Kenya gets from garden pea. So you can imagine how big you are. You're over 60%. Nyandarua, 2.4 billion of the 3.7 is going into your pockets. Like I said, food on the table and money where?
In the pocket. We have come to realize that there are some varieties which they can do very well in terms of productivity in our area, and previously we didn't know about them. But right now that we have at least a list of the varieties, we are going to try the best that we can get so that we can improve in the productivity.
For the youth, it is one enterprise that is appealing, I would say, because garden pea actually takes some 75 to 90 days to be ready for harvest, and considering many youths want some quick money, as most of them would say, would consider garden pea appropriate for them.
Apart from the common garden peas grown for seed, edible pods and types such as sugar snaps and snow peas are produced mainly for the export market. These varieties are popular in the European and other foreign markets. Large amounts of other types are also canned and sold in mixed pre-packs in domestic and foreign markets. Paul Thiongo, KTN News.
Quite informative there when it comes to matters to do with agribusiness. And that's why we want to wrap up the show. My name is Abi Agina. Until next time, keep safe. Coming up next, we have a lot more from the news world.